Hey, this is Dr. Paul with Brilliant Life Chiropractic, and I got asked a question today about what is the advantage to coming in. Well, the question had to do more with, like, when do you know that you're done with chiropractic care? When do you know that you've reached, like, the point where you can't go any further, when you've gotten what you can get out of it? And, my answer to that with chiropractic care is it really just depends on the person. For me, for example, I get adjusted weekly, and it doesn't matter what I have going on. I like to get adjusted weekly. I find that it works very well for me, and it keeps me operating at my best. And that's really what I'm looking for with all of the health-related things that I do. Is I want to keep operating at my best. You think about it this way: every single thing that you do that is healthy for you is kind of like it's putting money in the bank for you. When you're in crisis, when you're actually having something going on, it's a lot like you're in debt. You've got a certain amount of debt, a certain amount of symptoms, and every time you do something healthy, you're taking care of yourself, and often that's the motivator for people to do it, right? You start watching your finances when you've gone too far into debt, just like you take care of yourself when you start being in pain. So let's say you're in debt, and so every single thing that you do, whether it's getting an adjustment, getting a massage, exercising, eating right, whatever it is, pays off a little bit of that debt. And eventually you get back to the point where you're at like even, you have no more debt, and so you're even with that. And that's a great place to be. That's wonderful. But does it end there? No, if you keep going back to those old habits, whatever got you into debt in the first place, you will just go back into debt. And the same thing happens, I see it all the time with people who stop chiropractic care too early, or whatever. Then they go back into pain. They feel the symptoms again. And then what I hear from them is, I tried chiropractic, but it didn't work. Well, it was working. You just had to take it past that point. Your good money strategies have to work the same way. When you're out of debt, you put that money into savings. You start building up a savings fund. And that savings is a lot like health. It's like you're creating a health fund. And as you create this health fund, then you become much more able to deal with the next piece of stress that comes your way. Because look, if you have a certain amount of debt and you run into a crisis, you're going to increase your debt. If you have no debt and you actually have money in savings, then you're going to eat into your savings. But those crises will happen. It's a matter of how well prepared for them are you. And the same thing is true with your health. Crises will happen. You will have accidents. You will run into toxins. You will get sick. I mean, these things happen, and it's a matter of how well prepared for them are you. Are you doing the things that help your health be appropriate for the situation and able to handle it? Or are you not doing those things, and then will this next crisis put you back into debt, and then you've got to dig your way out of debt again? Here's what it looks like when you actually have savings built up in your health. You may feel a symptom, like, and sometimes people wonder, well, why will I feel a symptom if I have savings? It's like, if I have $1,000 built up into savings, and I encounter an expense, and now $500 of that is gone, do I feel that? You bet I feel that. I now know that I only have $500 left in savings, and it's going to take time to build up that savings again. But if you have no money in your account and you have a $500 expense, bam, now you're $500 in debt. Okay, big difference. And I do view health in the same way. So, it's a matter of continuing all those things that help you be the best that you can be. I consider chiropractic care to be one of those things. Acupuncture is one of those things. Proper exercise is one of those things. Yoga can be one of those things. How you eat is one of those things. Massage is one of those things. Craniosacral. Any of those things that you do to improve your health. And really, that is one of the big differences when it comes to wellness care and alternative, quote-unquote, alternative strategies versus regular medicine. Regular medicine doesn't ever put anything into your bank. It can only assist you somewhat in getting out of debt. And actually, more often, it's about taking that debt, like taking credit card debt. This is what medicine does. Takes credit card debt, for example, and shifts it over to a personal loan. It's almost like it shifts that debt over. And I really don't find that to be as helpful. Now, it can save your life. It can keep you from going so far into debt that you have to declare bankruptcy. But a lot of times, that's all it is that's what medicine does. It's like declaring bankruptcy, and then kind of starting over. And that'll stay on your credit for 7 years. Anyway, the analogy, I don't know if it goes that far, but I hope you get the point. Remember, you deserve a brilliant life. Let it shine. This is Dr. Paul from Brilliant Life Chiropractic. Get out of debt with your health anyway. All right. Have a good one. Bye.